So let's continue from where we ended. So sometimes they also ask like in this way. They also ask in this way. This is our pivot, and this is, let's say, a metal bar. We'll have our force, maybe 5 Newton, and a distance from a pivot to this force, where it is, maybe it's 3 meter. And here also have our force, let's say 4 Newton. And the distance from the pivot to where this 4 Newton is, we haven't been given. And our question says, find D, which is our distance. So to find a distance, or this distance, we have to apply a rule, which is, or we have to think, moment we know to say is the turning effect, meaning it goes like this. So here we have our pivot, and we have how many sides? We have the left side and the right side. So always know to say, right side, it always goes where? Clockwise. It rotates like the way our watch rotates. It goes right way. And the left side, it rotates in anti-clockwise. And from there, you know to say, oh, so we have this force and its distance, and we also have this force and its distance. So we'll use the same formula to find what? Moment. So say force times distance, which is equal to force times what? Distance. So where pivot is, put it as what? As equal sign. So from there you say, okay, this one, okay, let me say this clockwise, let me say is as force 1, and this one, let me put it as force 2, distance 1, and this one, let it be force 2, and this distance, let it be distance 2, like that. Or you say, no problem, let me start with this side, this force 1, and this distance 1, or this force 2, and this distance what? Distance 2. That's how it goes. So you say force you have been given as it's 4 Newton. Force of force 1 here is 4 Newton. Times distance is the one you are looking for, which is equal to our force 2 is what? 5 times our distance is what? 3. So 4 times D is 4D, which is equal to 5 times 3 is 15. You divide both sides by 4. So your distance here, it's 4 into 15. So 4 into 15, it's 3, remainder 3 over 4. That is your distance. Don't forget to put the SI unit for distance. So that's how we solve such kind of equation. From there, so what you have to understand on this question, or on any question they can ask, is that this distance, this force, its distance is this one, from the pivot to the force, and from the pivot to the force, meaning this meter or this 3 meter is for 5 Newton, and this D is for 4 Newton. Note that. And they can also ask in this way. Maybe they will say, they will give you like this. This is our pivot, mind you. So this is This is the line, or this is where this pivot is. So we have our distance. Maybe it's 2 meters. And we also have a force. Maybe it's 4 Newton. And we also have meter from this side, distance to here, where this force is, which is 2 Newton. And we also have this side, we have our force, and we also have our distance from this side to where our force is. Maybe it's here, it's our force, and maybe our distance is 2 meters. Then they'll say find F, which is the force. So we have how many forces here? We have 3 forces. We have 2 Newton, 4 Newton, and F, the one we are looking for. And also have how many meters? 3 meters. 2 meter, and sorry, I didn't indicate. Maybe here, let's say it's also 2 meters. So they want you to find what? Force. So you say this side, make it to be 1. Why? Because it only have what? 1 part. And the side which has 2 parts, maybe which has a lot of forces and a lot of distance, make it to be force 2 and force 3. So force 1, which is this one, times distance 1, which is this one, which is equal to force 2, which is this one, times distance 2, which is this one, A. This distance from here to here is for this one, and this distance from here to here is for this one. Plus, add it, plus force 3, which is this one, times distance 3, which is this one. So you say force 1, you don't know, but you only know, or you have been given only what? A distance. So our distance is 2, which is equal, force 2 is what? 2 Newton, times distance 2 is 2, plus our force 3 is what? 4 Newton, times distance 3, 2 meters. So F times 2 is what? 2F, which is equal to 2 times 2 is 4, plus 4 times 2, which is 8. 2F is equal to 4 times 8, 4 plus 8, sorry, it's 12. So you divide both sides by 2. Why are we dividing both sides by 2? Is because we want to find the value of what? The value of F. So F is equal to 2 into 12. Yeah, so 2 into 12 is what? It's 6. Therefore, our force is equal to what? 6 Newton. We have to include the SI unit of what? Of force, which is Newton. That's how we solve such kind of a problem. Please share the video and subscribe and like it.